95% of business communities are dead within like 6 months. The other 5%, they're like zombies. Technically alive, but nobody gives a shit. I've been inside dozens of communities. I've watched entrepreneurs pay thousands and thousands of pounds to join communities that just end up dead or even end up just expiring and become obsolete, and then the community doesn't even exist anymore. I've seen masterminds that were supposed to change lives and then just ended up as a dead WhatsApp group chat. And I still see new entrepreneurs communities popping up all the time, all around the world. And to be honest, I'm all for it because there is a problem. People are lonely. People don't have the support system that they need. They don't have the accountability, and business is pretty fucking boring. So people are solving the problem, which the problem does need addressed. So I'm happy that it is. But here's what really pissed me off. In the beginning stages of Willionaire, I realized that I was part of the problem. Essentially, I was just building communities the same way everyone else was, just to put cash in the bank. So all these communities that are building just to make money, they're all failing for the exact same reasons. So if we're taking it back to my example, I noticed this and I burnt it all down. And once I start again, the next thing that I built didn't just only survive, but it thrived. And now we have the best entrepreneurs community in the world. Only reason this is the case is because I identified the problems that I had in my business and I fixed these fundamental flaws. The fundamental flaws that are killing every single other business community. So in the coming minutes, I'm going to show you exactly why most communities fail and the 4 principles that I used to build something meaningful that lasts. But this isn't just theory. These are actionable steps which I've used myself to actually make things work. So the first reason is people optimize for revenue, not relationships. And now this is clearly a huge problem. You don't want to join a community and instantly get pitched and try to be sold on 1,000 different offers immediately. That's just very counterintuitive, and you're not going to have a very good experience. Therefore, you're not going to want to refer your friends. Referrals are the best possible clients for us guys. Most community founders think, all right, got a 2K ticket price. Let's sell 100 of these every single month, make 200K a month. Good numbers, I rate it, respectable. Low profit margins, but you're not building anything good. And that's why they crash and burn, because there's nothing behind it. There's no brotherhood, there's no relationships. So this is just the start of the problem. It's the complete wrong approach. Because when you optimize for revenue, the standard just lowers. Therefore, you're getting worse people into the group. You're getting like weird guys who just don't fit the community dynamic, guys who, well, in my example, I always say, would I live with this person in a villa for a month? Because if I wouldn't live with that person in a villa for a month, then why would all the other guys? You know, because if I get on with all the guys, I think they're great in every single aspect of their personality and character, then so are the other boys as well, because of how similar our mindsets are. Now, I've seen communities do this all the time, and that's why they're not as good, because the barrier to entry is so low. They got so many people in, and there's just no sense of exclusivity or genuine brotherhood at the end of the day. But then the deeper question is, what creates value in a community? It's not the content, and it's actually not the events, and it's not the founder, it's not me. It's the relationships between members. Now in Willionaire, we've got guys going on trips, organizing different events between themselves, living in villas and apartments all over the world, because they've got solid relationships. People who reach out to each other when they've actually got a problem. Guys who are driving one side of the country to the other just to go stay with that person for a week. Through the events, we've created insane memories which last a lifetime. So if you think about the most valuable communities you've ever been a part of, might be like a sports team, might have been like school or university, they all have one thing in common. It's like tight friendship groups. That's what made them valuable. The people, the connections, the memories that are made. The fact that you genuinely cared about each other's success. So I learned this the hard way. I was charging $50 a month, believe it or not. And I was just trying to scale to 50 members as quick as I could, so I had enough money to survive. I thought scale equaled success, but it doesn't. There's literally a phrase I used to get told in school, and it's never been more true. Quality over quantity. And what I got as a result of that was 50 people who didn't even know each other's names. Now what I've got over 50 guys who generally care for each other, who want to see each other win, who will help each other win, who are there to support each other. And we have a good fucking time doing it. We're literally in Gdansk, Poland right now. Got a lovely 4-bed apartment, sharing it with 3 other guys. Bunch of legends. So beginning with, the engagement was terrible. People would just join the calls, sit in silence. The WhatsApp group was dead. Like the online events I held, they just felt forced and awkward because I was optimizing for the wrong metric. So when I built Willionaire, I flipped the script entirely. So instead of asking how many people can I get to join, it's like, what type of people can I get to join? What sort of people are going to bring value to the existing members and why? So now when I'm on a sales call or onboarding call, I'm always like, bro, why do you think you'd be a good fit for the group? So I raised my standards significantly. I removed everybody out, I increased my prices, and I took it a whole lot more serious. And the standard of members hasn't just increased in the financial metrics, but in terms of ambition, character, discipline, charisma, and commitment to growth, and commitment to help me grow the brotherhood as well. I made the application process harder, not easier, because if something's easy to get into, it's easy to ignore. Most communities fail because they're trying to be something for everyone. They're trying to be Asda or Walmart when there should be Harrods. You can't build deep relationships at scale. You can't create brotherhood and intimacy with thousands of people. You can't foster trust when anyone with a credit card can join. So the communities that actually work, they understand this, because at the end of the day, people don't join a community to be part of a community. They join these sort of networks for access to the right people. And then that leads us over to the next part. And it's going back to people don't want to be sold. You don't want to join a group where people are just trying to take money out of your pocket when you've already paid to be in there. No, in Willionaire, we always buy each other's services. But there's a reason for that. It's because the person on the other end of the buying stake, they've provided so much value, so much help to that person that they just want their help and they feel like they deserve to pay that person. And it's amazing. It's really nice to see. And there's a phrase where it's clients will become friends before friends can become clients. In Willionaire, that's different. We're friends. We're brothers. We have something really good going on here. And it's because of that friendship, it's because of that trust, because of the social proof within the community that then people buy from each other. And I'm all for it. People are like, oh, no buying in the community. No. Like, I want to see the other guys win. And I trust in every single person's product and offer. So I know if someone invests into them, it's actually going to help them. All right, reason number 2 why communities fail. Nobody has skin in the game. And I'm not just talking about money, although that is part of it. Most communities are built like gyms. You pay your membership fee and you're in. You show up when you feel like it. No consequences if you don't. That's not really a community. That's a subscription service. Real communities require commitment from everyone, including the founder, me. But it's not just about the founder, it's about the members. So when people look at me, they're essentially looking at all the members in Willionaire. I need to be confident. I need to be making a lot of money myself. I need to have a good product and service that works. I need to be a good guy. I need to be good at networking. I need to be in good shape. I need to be someone that people want to live in a villa with. Because people see me and they see the community. And also each and every single member resembles Willionaire. They resemble me. They reflect me. Because that's the type of character and person I'm letting in. If the barrier to entry is low, people will just join, not take it seriously, show up half-heartedly, they don't prepare and they don't follow through. Think about it from a psychological standpoint. I like to use the example of an expensive steakhouse. You go and you get a huge T-bone steak, you pay like 400 quid for it. You're gonna finish that fucker. Now, if you just go to some cheap place and just get some minced beef from Morrison's, which costs you like 2 quid, you don't care if you eat it all or not. So how much do you actually value it? Exactly. So when I built Willionaire, I made sure that all the guys joining had skin in the game. First, the financial commitment is significant. Not because I'm a greedy guy, I make enough money to do whatever the fuck I want. Because people value what they pay for, and I have to value the guys in there. And if I'm charging like £500 to join Willionaire, how do you think that's make the members gonna feel? Access to them is only £500. They're worth fucking millions. Second, there's an application process. You have to earn your spot because people protect what they had to work for. Third, there's expectations. Show up, participate, add value, be a good person, otherwise you oot. Here's the part that most founders of communities miss. I put the most skin in the game. My success is tied to every single member of Willionaire. If they don't win, I don't win. Seeing them win makes me feel like I'm winning, because I am. I don't just show up to these meetings, I prepare for them. I research all the members' businesses. I'm open ears to learn about what they do because it just makes me better at communicating with other business owners as well. Because here's what I realized, if the founder doesn't care about the guys in the community, then why would anybody else care at all? And the other thing is, most community founders treat their communities as like a side project. They're often running an agency or something else along the side, and they feel like this is just something they're doing extra. Again, more revenue. For me, this is all I do. This is what I'm doing till the day I die. I'm taking this shit to the grave. If you're going to build the best community in the world, it's got to be your main focus. It's my main project. It's my only project, my primary focus. And it's the thing that I am most passionate about. No business model in the world could give me more fulfillment and purpose than this does. Because if you're not willing to put your reputation on the line on behalf of your community, why should anyone else bet their money on it too? Reason number 3 is they confuse content with community. If you walk into any free or paid business community, the main thing that you'll see is endless webinars, workshops, fucking courses on school, and masterclasses, which are bullshit. The founder thinks that they're running a university. Most communities are trying to teach people something, people below them. No, the guys in Willionaire are by my side. They're above me. They're making way more money than I am. They're absolutely dialed in. And because of that, a lot of the members on these other communities actually think that they're paying for reputation, but that's not what these communities should be about. And neither understands what a community is. A community isn't what you learn, it's what you become. It's not about consuming content, it's about cultivating connections. And I made this mistake early on. I had course modules. I thought the value I provided was my knowledge, all my frameworks, my insights, my paradigms, but it's not. You know what happens? People consume the content, and a lot of them disappeared because I'd built a school community, and it was literally on school. It's in the name, not an actual network. And what I learned was people can get content, better content from anywhere. YouTube videos, books, blogs, podcasts, courses, anything. There's no shortage of business or mindset or fitness education out there. So the most successful communities I've spent my time studying focus on connections, not education. So I spend no time on like all this content creation and education stuff. I spend all my time on facilitating these relationships and these meetups and these events. And this is the truth that most people don't want to admit. You don't need more information. All you business owners out there, whether you're making over 10K a month or under 10K a month, you have the knowledge, you know what you need to do. It's just taking action and implementing it. Because you don't need more strategies, you need more accountability. You don't need more content, you need more context. And by having people in your corner, people you're surrounded by, speaking with on the daily, on calls, meeting up with in person, these guys are just going to force you to do it just via the frequency that they're giving off. And then instead of all this course creation, content stuff, we focus on events. We create experiences. And we don't flash girls or Lamborghinis or Rolexes. We do what we enjoy to do. Just chilling, doing mad shit, having crazy experiences, booking a month in Italy or booking 5 days in Gdansk in Poland just to go on a little side quest, make money while we're doing it and have some fun. The trips we take, the challenges we set, the goals that we chase together, that's where the real value is created. That's not in some PowerPoint presentation recorded with a Loom video, but actual experiences of entrepreneurships and the freedom that living this life, working so hard on our business, can actually give us. So what I'm trying to get at is you can do the webinar on the course and you can get 2,000 people in there, but you can't do these intimate, fun, crazy experiences for all of those people. It just doesn't work. That's why my whole mission and the bottleneck I know I'm going to face very soon, since my business is growing, is keeping the community tight-knit. I'm putting everything on the line to make that happen. You just can't create authentic relationships at scale. So that's literally why most founders of communities choose scale over substance. They choose content delivery over community building. And that's why the communities die. And as for the smaller communities that are still starting out, the reason that they're still small is because the founder of them doesn't know how to get the members in. And if your marketing, if your sales, if your networking itself isn't good enough then to grow the community, then is that a community that you want to be a part of? I don't know. You can answer that question for yourself. And then the final reason why most communities fail is because they have no purpose. If you ask most community founders why they started what they're starting or why they're building what they're building, they will give you some vague bullshit answer like to connect entrepreneurs or creating connections. That's not a purpose, that's an activity. Purpose is why you exist. What change you're trying to create in the world. What transformation you're promising the members. Without clarity, you're just running expensive social experiments. I see this consistently. Communities exist because the founder thought it would be a good side quest, nice money maker, not because they had a mission, not because they were on a mission, not because they saw a problem that needed solving, not because they experienced the solitude and the loneliness like I did, just because they wanted MRR. But these communities always fail because when things get difficult, and they will, it's not all sunshines and rainbows like a lot of people think running a community is. I have a deeper reason to keep on going. For me, the purpose of Willionaire is clear, crystal clear. I am creating an ecosystem where entrepreneurs thrive. And within this ecosystem, the entrepreneurs who are part of it create brotherhoods that last a lifetime. They transcend their businesses together and they have a good fucking time doing it. Every decision I make or experience I create, or every person I invite, that all serves a purpose. Because when your purpose is clear, everything else becomes easy. Right? Think about the communities that have lasted decades, like fucking loads of years. And I'm talking like religious communities here, military brotherhoods. What do they have in common? Clear, compelling purpose. They exist for something bigger than just the individual members. Something worth sacrificing for. Something worth protecting. Most network and business communities, whatever you want to call them, they all exist for the founder's benefit. To make their money, to build their personal brand, to feed their ego. I'd be lying if I said Willionaire doesn't serve me. It fucking does, like in insane amounts. On an emotional level, on a financial level, on a physical level. But I'm married to this shit. I am working at this with a relentless attitude and I will not give up. The ones that succeed exist for the members, individually. They have a clear vision of who someone is when they actually join and where that person is going to go. They have faith in that person. And they also know what person that guy is going to become as being part of the network. You see, that's not just a business model, that's a mission. And missions inspire loyalty in a way that no other business model can. So this is what I did differently with Willionaire. First, I optimized for relationships over revenue. I'd rather 20 members who would die for each other than 200 members who barely know each other's names. Second, I made sure everybody's got skin in the game. High standards to get in, high expectations to stay in, including me. Third, I focus on experiences, not content. We don't just talk about entrepreneurships, we live it together. And then fourth, I built a clear, fucking crystal clear purpose. Willionaire isn't just surviving, it's thriving. Our members aren't just successful, they're fulfilled. Because I learned from every failure that I seen. I took lessons from them all. And I built something different. If you're thinking about joining a community or building a community, then ask yourself these 3 questions. Does it optimize for the right metrics? Do the members have skin in the game? Is it about connection or just consuming content? Oh, there's 4 actually. does it have a purpose worth pushing? Because life is too fucking short to just waste time in communities that don't actually create community. Build something that matters. Join something that transforms you. Everything else is just expensive networking. Boys, I'll see you on the next one. But if you're an entrepreneur making over 10k a month, feel free to book in a call. We're going to have a chat, no hard sales, and then we can see if you're a good fit for Willionaire. Come on sick trips like this. If you're an entrepreneur making under 10k a month, but you are still a fucking G, then book in a call as well, because we've got Willionaire Ascend, which is essentially just a reflection of Willionaire for the guys scaling up. Boys, big love. Please like and subscribe. Ciao.